she would go fetch it by the scruff. Chapter 5. Unmasking at Midnight. Midnight came with a thinning of the storm and a thickening of the plot. The captain, who had a sense for such things, arranged a subdued gathering in the lounge. Less dancing, more talking. People drew their chairs into confessional shapes. Theo approached Lila. His decision landed and folded. "There's something you should know," he began, feeling how brittle the words might be. "Then tell me over tea," she said. "I am braver with a teacup." He told her in the simplest language he could find that he had boarded to watch her, to report on her conduct to a man who paid well not because he didn't trust his wife, but because he didn't trust himself to be a good husband without proof of her goodness. He told her that he had done his job badly, not with incompetence, but with disobedience of the heart. He had come to see her as someone he wished to protect from the very gaze he represented. Lila looked into her cup and saw a circle that could easily be mistaken for a ring. She did not throw the tea. She did not raise her voice. She asked him to listen, and when he nodded, she told him what Maris had asked of her. She was not the woman whose name he had read. She was a singer with a borrowed passport and an honest voice. She was traveling on behalf. They sat in the core of a confession so delicate that anyone leaning too hard on it would break it. And then the quiet gathered itself into a test. The elevator doors opened, and a woman walked in, carrying the jet lag of transoceanic resolve. She was precise as a punctuation mark. Maris had arrived. I wish I could tell you there was a firework of shouting. There wasn't. In the end, the truest collisions land softly. Maris saw Lila before Lila saw Maris, and I could feel each woman recognize the other. The one who had offered a name like an umbrella, the one who had worn it through rain. Theo stood just beyond the circle and understood his job had swollen into a life. Maris approached with a nod that was neither accusation nor absolution. "Thank you," she said to Lila, as if thanking a nurse who had sat at a bed in the small hours. "Did you find anything I should know?" Lila shook her head. "Only that the ocean tells the truth if you stay on deck long enough." Adrian did not appear with a bouquet and a speech. His apology drifted aboard the next morning in the form of a letter sent ahead to the purser's office. He wrote of a ring he had failed to buy because he feared it would look like compensation rather than devotion. He wrote clumsily, like a man learning to hold a pen left-handed. But he wrote, and sometimes that is the first architecture of repair. They met in a corner of the deck where wind edits everything down to essential verbs. Maris handed him back his fear and took his hand like a new student takes a new book. "I will not promise you they were transformed into a perfect union. I will tell you they began again, which is rarer and harder and more faithful." As for Lila and Theo, their first argument was over who had lied more. They did not keep score long. He admitted he had decided, without the dignity of inquiry, that he knew her. She admitted that, out of duty to another, she had allowed herself to be known by a name that was never meant for her. They forgave each other not with speeches, but with sensible plans, real names, real addresses, dinners in real restaurants where the floor does not move. Chapter